Welcome, listeners, to Keeping Up with the Nerds Variety Hour, hosted by Rene Bravo and Bryan Quevedo. If you are a new listener of the show, please follow us on our socials on Instagram at Keepin' With The Nerds and Twitter at Keepin' With Nerd. Our podcasts are recorded in Whittier, California, and are posted on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts every Wednesday at 11:30. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
What are you doing?
Posting something. I'm busy. You caught me off guard. What do you expect from me? You expect me to do the intros every single day?
Not every
session?
Every
Bryan,
other week.
Bryan, I need you to say something funny. I need you to act a certain way so I catch you off guard when you're recording.
Okay, if that's me, that's a poor.
That is a poor. That was the whole point. It was supposed to be satire. Oh, Jesus. I freaking backed out of the drive. I had it ready too. I was like, okay, I'm ready. I'm not gonna mess up.
I'm ready for you.
What Rene, how's your week been?
It's not too bad. Can't complain. Not a lot has happened.
Anything interesting?
No, not really.
No, it's been like another week, huh?
I mean, other than WandaVision, that's the thing.
I'm
nothing else. Oh, I watched that movie Little Things.
Oh, the one that was filmed here in Uptown Whittier.
Yeah.
How was it?
It wasn't too bad.
Did you see Uptown Whittier though? Okay, first of all, let's talk
yeah.
about Uptown Whittier because we're trying to be Whittier's #1 podcast
yes.
for all things nerdy, and let's shout them out.
Yeah,
shout out Whittier, Uptown Whittier over here.
Finally, they also opened up everything here, at least restaurant wise and bar wise.
Yes.
You can do outdoor dining and stuff.
I know people are going
Guildhall
crazy.
Open.
Yes, yeah. I went there on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I miss everyone there.
Oh.
Such great people.
Yeah.
Drinks are still the same. Just the best food, the best drinks, the best people.
Best environment.
Just one of the greatest environments here in Uptown Whittier.
Definitely.
You get the chance, go visit them.
Yes.
Let them know how much you love them.
Mm-hmm.
They're great. But yes, Uptown Whittier has reopened, and dining is now available for everyone.
Yes.
Most of it seems safe for the most part, which is really good. With that said, Little Things was filmed here in Uptown Whittier.
It was.
Last year, right?
Yes.
That was before COVID.
Right before COVID, yeah.
Yeah, I remember walking up there because Rami Malek was in this movie.
Yes.
Is in this movie.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
And you could see like the little what was supposed to be like LA. They filmed all the like little areas that would be like alleyways and little places and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, no, that's Uptown Whittier. It's the shots were great. I liked the characters. Some of the characters, but the movie just was almost stale in a way.
Who directed this? It was the same guy that directed The Founder.
Yeah, and I love that movie. That's a good movie, honestly. This movie, though, it was your typical like, oh yeah, two cops have to come together to convict this suspect, and they don't have a lot of evidence, so they have to try to like get evidence from him and stuff, because he's a prime suspect. And then just like it doesn't do twists, it does like misdirections in a way. It felt very Zodiac-y, like the movie Zodiac.
Oh, I tried to be a David Fincher film.
That's what and I think that's what I didn't like. It was trying to be like that.
I see.
It felt very Yeah, thank you. That
was bothering me. Sorry,
I was looking through. Yeah, I was looking through the arm. And sorry, yeah, there was a mic stand between me and Bryan. Yeah,
I was like, wait, why can't I not see you? I don't know why it clicked until like later. Like, oh, that's a mic stand.
But the movie itself was kind of just like, meh. I gotta watch it again. I like Denzel Washington's character. I like Rami Malek's character. It just was the chemistry wasn't there between them.
What about Jared Leto? Wasn't he in this movie?
Yeah, but he's doing his Jared Leto weird thing. Like he doesn't look, and yet he talks like this, and somehow that's a creepy guy to him.
Oh. Like, oh, I see what you mean. I was gonna put in the effort to like act like Jared Leto, but I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
He does like his little moves and his little, kind of like a more tame Joker in a way. Yeah, and he's like, Like that's his persona of a creepy guy, which is honestly, it's just him. Like,
he's trying to fit into character.
Mhm.
I saw the commercial for the little things, and I think in the last like 5 seconds of the commercial,
Mhm.
there's a shot, I think, of Jared Leto's character crossing the street.
Yeah.
And it's shot from the direction of where Flight is at.
Yeah.
So you get to see the Chase building.
Mhm.
And the building's in the back,
yeah.
and he's walking across, and then it just ends with like a second of that being seen. I'm like, oh, that's Uptown Whittier. I recognize that. That's the
Yeah.
Chase building. So it's cool. I honestly love the fact that that we live, at least I live here. I live literally like a block away from Uptown Whittier, but you work here, and we just get to be in an environment that's like known for being a film set, essentially. It's great. It's so cool. And I walk around this place so much, and I wonder, I'm like, yeah, you could use these buildings essentially for good shots and stuff like that.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be even say that they're in Whittier. It just, you have to, it's an easy outlet to show like a town or even like a city.
Yeah.
Or just like a little, just like how it is. Just the aesthetic is here.
Yes.
And it's perfect to use for shots for like how they use it for the little things.
So my fiance actually gets mad at me watching movies because I think I've mentioned it in the podcast before, where I look at any little detail and go like, oh my God, there's an editing error here. Oh, there's a shooting error right here.
No, I do the same thing with my girlfriend, is that I point out little things like that. Same thing with like CGI, or when it comes to like you said, like editing parts and stuff, or how camera angles are and stuff like that. Like I hate handheld shaky camera angles when it's supposed to be like a fast shot. Like there was a TV show, I think, it was a TV show. We were watching The Rookie, which has Nathan Fillion in it. Yeah. And then there's a scene where it's like, it's a dramatic and stressful scene, and it goes around with the character, and they're using a handheld camera.
It's mounted on their shoulder. Yeah. So like, or it's either mounted on their shoulder or held on with both hands that way,
it's like
and
that.
They follow it. Yeah.
And it wasn't steady to me, to the point where I was like, it literally took me out of the scene, and I had to go like this, like rub my eyes, and I was like, oh, I hate.
There's certain scenes where that happened, like because I don't know why, but like I see life in like a camera perspective now, and I enjoy it to an extent, because sometimes I'll be like walking down the street and be like, oh, if I had like a 35 millimeter over here, a 50 millimeter right here to take a photo, or like whatever, like this lens specifically would be such a great shot with this lighting and stuff. So I see that, and when I watch the shows, like she was watching New Girl, there's a shot where Jess is talking to Winston, I think it is, and it's that scene where Nick is reminiscing about his ex at the wedding. Yeah. And he's drunk in the photo booth. Oh, yeah. So Jess sits down, and she's talking to Winston about like, do people like me and stuff? Do you guys like me and stuff? There's a scene where she like places her hand up or something, and the next shot it's actually down. Oh, and I caught it. Yeah. And she's like, oh, what now? And I'm like, I'm sorry, it's a curse.
What bothers you?
Yeah. Oh my God, man, the bothering thing. Can I not just be bothered? Can I not just live my life?
It's become like a bit now.
Honestly. It's a bit, right? Yeah. I feel like Bill Burr's inside of me at this point. Nick from New Girl is basically me.
Oh, I love Nick though.
Nick is
he's like my spirit animal, honestly.
Nick speaks to me on a level that's just kind of like, okay.
Like if there's characters that I just want to be in real life, is Nick Miller. Like because he's just the way he's just honest about himself. Yeah. He's like, I am not a successful adult. I don't eat vegetables. I barely shower. He's like, I don't take care of myself at all.
So I like to compare myself to Chandler Bing from Friends and Nick Miller together. But to some extent, like I'm not Nick Miller to the point where like I won't wash a towel because it washes itself when it's wet. Not to that extent. Yeah. But I will say I'm not a very touchy person. So like if someone like remember that episode where Schmidt's hugging from behind, he's like, no, stop. Yeah. Like that. That's yeah, that's me. At that point, yes. So I get it. But yeah, no. How long have we been talking?
8 minutes. Gonna go on 9 right now.
We're keeping the streak alive. Here we go. You ready to start the show? Because we've got a pretty good episode today. Yeah. Let's go for it. It hasn't been busy, but it's been good. So, intro's mine this week, right?
Yes, it is. So.
All right. Can I do this without messing up? Here we go.
Hello, citizens, welcome to Keeping Up with the Nerds Variety Hour, coming to you from 12920 Philadelphia Street, Whittier, California, aiming to be Whittier's #1 podcast for all things nerdy. I'm your host, Bryan.
Rene.
And welcome to the show, issue number 34. Yes.
4. I wanted to be anticlimactic.
34.
4. It's 4, Bryan.
34 freaking
Wow.
issues, man. How many until we've actually reached a year? We started in May.
Yeah.
So we have like 2 months left, no?
Oh, yeah, we
March,
do.
April. 3 months.
3 months
technically
until we
ish.
hit our year anniversary.
That's insane. But you said it earlier before when we were getting the energy drinks that it's almost been a year since COVID was a thing.
Yeah. Since COVID I think it will be a year for America in March when we had to do shutdowns.
That's insane, man.
Yeah. That'll be next month. It'll be a year for us in America. Although as of like a world-spread pandemic, it's basically been a year.
Are you going to, before we jump into
Yeah.
our whole nerdy conversation,
Yeah.
but this is a question because it's been popping up for some people.
Yeah.
But do you plan on wearing a mask once this starts to slowly die down? Like still wear it wherever you go?
I will have a mask. If anything, I will wear a mask in heavy crowded areas.
Okay.
I will keep a mask on my person at all times. Now,
Mm-hmm.
moving forward, plus I spend a lot of money on masks anyways.
So why not?
Yeah. It's just, yeah, I think it's become like a thing where I'm just kind of used to it. I don't think it's going to be like a day where it's like when our government or, you know, even people tell us like, listen, everyone's got the vaccine now. We're all good. You guys technically don't need to wear a mask anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But you can still have that free will to wear a mask. I will possibly, like I said, in heavy crowded areas, will wear a mask. If I go to a convention, I might wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
If I go inside the building. If I go inside of a theater, though, it depends how it is in a theater.
Uh-huh.
If I'm in a theater and they say you don't have to wear a mask, it's optional, I'll be like, okay. And then if I'm in a full room, people packed, you know, like we're sitting next to each other, I will wear a mask.
It just came to my attention because, like, you know, technically, statistically,
Mm-hmm.
like people or you know, sources are reporting that, you know, cases are down. And, you know, I work with a couple of people that have kind of mentioned this idea of like, oh, well, since it's like dying down, are you going to wear a mask and stuff? And I'm on that same boat with you where it's like, yeah, to an extent, I'll wear one. Like once this starts to die down, and
Yeah.
we're keeping in mind this stuff is still going to go on for another year, maybe year and a half, right?
Cases are still going to happen regardless, even if you say that everyone got the vaccine.
No, this is going to take, you know, years for it to start to not become like a relevant thing.
It's just the one thing that's hurting us is just the spreading of it.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that. It's not so much as COVID, it's the whole spreading COVID around.
Yeah. I'll be honest, like when I walk from work to home, I don't wear a mask, and that's because I'm not around anyone.
Yeah, you're by yourself.
I'm by myself,
Yeah.
and I'm keeping in mind. But if someone is crossing my path, then I put a mask on and be like, you know, I don't want to. Once this starts to die down and it doesn't become mandatory, like if I feel sick or ill, I am going to wear a mask because I don't want that disease to spread to someone else. And I feel like that kind of tolerance has become like natural here. At least it should be now. You know, because it's funny to me that before this started, people were so confused about why you need to do the vampire thing like this.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like when you cough. Like this has been a thing since I was in like elementary school.
Yeah.
This. And people are like, what? You have to do a vampire cough? Yes.
Yes.
Because you're not going to go on your hand and then like shake someone with that dirty hand.
Yeah, no.
It's
And then
gross.
also like the touching of every surface when you're outside. And then after you're done, you don't do anything, and then you're scratching your face, or you're touching your your nose, scratching your eye. You know, you're more cautious of like after you're done touching everything. Oh, hand sanitize my hand really quick. That's it. You're good, and then you go home and wash your hands. That's it.
Yeah.
I think this whole pandemic has gotten people more hygienic now.
Yeah. It's got me.
Because technically we're supposed to do those things. Technically we're supposed to.
We just got too comfy. Now we're just like, all right, now
it's
time.
It's like see some like, you know, money on the ground. You're like, oh, okay, cool. You know, just touch it and then touch your face after that. You're fine with it, you know?
Yeah.
Eat some chewed up gum on the ground. You know who did that? Well, not me, certainly.
You're not Phil and Lil from the Rugrats eating every bug that crawls out of the ground.
Oh God.
So, with this in mind,
Yeah.
this is going to bring us to our next topic.
Yeah.
And we're going on to the nerdy subjects
Yes.
now. And it's something that, has been brought up to our attention because of WandaVision, one of the greatest shows to come out in 20. That song's been stuck in your head, huh?
Yes.
When did WandaVision come out? 2020 or 2021? 2021.
2021.
January.
It started in January.
Yes. Okay. I don't know why it started in December. I felt like it did.
No, that was. I know. What is it? Mandalorian ended in December.
In December 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I remember. But something that has been on our minds these last couple of days has been the idea of spoilers and what counts as a spoiler. A friend of the show, Rebel, actually mentioned this idea in the group chat, and it kind of got me thinking because it is a very interesting topic to talk about where, because we see it here all the time.
Yeah.
We see it online. We see people say like, oh my God, the show just came out like 5 hours ago. Why are y'all spoiling it? It has to be like a week before you post anything. And you're just kind of like, okay, fine, a week. Week is respectable, personally, But, and I mentioned to you this angrily before we started recording, for some reason, episode 5 was like the one that everyone was spoiling.
Yep.
Like you watched it Thursday.
I watched the episode this morning, honestly.
Oh, okay.
But that was like at 4 a.m. I wake up early and I can't go back to sleep right away, and I'm just like, okay, might as well watch the new, like, whenever Disney Plus posts Mandalorian, or now it's WandaVision, I'm just like, okay, I'll watch it now, and I'll go back to sleep and think about it. But it's funny you mentioned how people got angry because I'm part of a group chat, I'm part of a group page called Let Your Sideshow Geek Out or something like that.
Okay.
And bunch of nerdy people, like over 3,000 of just nerdy people in there. And someone posted a picture of Baby's Vision from the opening. So
I saw that on some.
And then the caption says, "Forget Baby Yoda, now implement Baby Vision." And I was just like, oh my God, that's not even a cute picture, honestly. But then it's just the comments of just everyone in that group pissed off to death. They're like, we made a rules here that, like, if anything was supposed to come out, because there's rules in the group chat, you're supposed to wait within at least a few days to even say anything. It's implemented that you don't post, you don't talk about it, you wait a few days to ask people, is it all right to start putting spoilers? This guy just this morning just got a picture of Baby Vision, posted in the group page. Everyone was livid. And then to the point where I think he left or one of the moderators kicked him out because his post was gone within 12 minutes after being posted.
He was exiled off the island.
It was exiled.
Wow.
Essentially.
You don't mess with nerds.
He was blipped away.
Sir?
I am inevitable. I like that.
No, you don't mess with nerds and spoilers.
No.
You don't.
It's a very sacred thing. Like, oh my God, it's so bad. I remember one time, do you remember this video of when The Force Awakens came out?
Yeah.
This one theater was having projector problems. And so then
I remember. Yeah. Oh my God.
So it's the scene where they're even like, I'm trying to think. Oh, so it's the scene where it stops playing when Finn, Han, Rey, and Chewie are at, what's her name's? Her little cantina area. And it pauses. And they're like, what? What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. And then they fix it. And then the next scene that plays is the Starkiller base shooting the New Republic planet. Remember the beams going down? And I remember the video was like, no! Everyone in the theater was like, no, stop, go back. And I was like, oh man.
That sucks. That sucks.
That was literally like scenes like
from that same movie.
Yeah.
The one that sticks out to me, spoiler wise, is because I think Alvin and the Chipmunks came out with a movie around that time as well. Yeah. So I remember that what people were doing, and it was such a stupid thing because I didn't notice it until after I watched The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
But I saw the picture of it before watching the movie.
Yeah.
If you look in Alvin's sunglasses, there's a reflection of Han getting stabbed by a lightsaber.
No way.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find you the photo.
Wait, which movie was it?
I forget which Alvin and the Chipmunks movie it was.
Road Chimp?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It was like a road trip one.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But yeah, Han's
No
dead body was in the
way.
reflection.
Wow.
Yeah, and I didn't notice it until after I saw it. I'm like, oh, that was the spoiler? Ouch. But yeah, I don't know. People are kind of like, I feel like the community has gotten a little more respectful in terms of spoiling some
So
stuff.
yeah, you have the people within our groups. You have
Yeah.
those people where they understand. There's a bigger percentage of people that understand not to spoil anything, not to talk about anything, because we all understand. Because again, we've all been spoiled something in our lives that we hated, and we were like, oh, come on. I would have loved it if no one told me that, or I would have really loved it if you didn't say anything.
You would have just kept your mouth shut.
Yeah. And then you have a small percentage of people that literally like to troll us
and
in
those-
the same
yeah.
time. And those are not even like nerdy people half the time. Sometimes they're even jaded people.
No, they're
that
just people like
hate-
to ruin stuff.
Yeah, they just like to ruin a person's day or a person's experience, which even then, that's a pretty shitty thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to you in your life that you felt like you needed to like ruin other people's days to get a satisfaction from that?
So let me ask you this. What do you qualify as a spoiler?
So what I qualify as a spoiler is that if it's not shown in the trailer or not mentioned in any articles, or if anything, basically any footage, if it's not shown footage from a trailer, from pictures that were released to the public, and then it's a spoiler. If it's not one of those things.
Okay. So anything that has not been publicly released
Yes.
is a spoiler to you.
Yes.
What about short clips of a movie? So like, for
So-
example, because I think King Kong or Godzilla versus Kong released a clip, no?
No, I don't know.
There was something
If anything,
that-
I'm not watching it. Yeah, like because I've learned from clips to know where and when it is from the movie. One in particular was for me was the Avengers Endgame clip when they're all talking about Thanos. Where are they gonna get in the It was right after the snap. And basically, they're all talking, and they're like, Thanos is here. And then Captain America says, let's go get the son of a bitch. But then right before that clip ends, you hear the beginning of the opening song being played for the titles. So this is in the beginning of the movie before the title is even open. That's what I was like, oh, that's a little bit of a spoiler. I wish I have not seen that clip. Because I would have liked, because whenever those moments happen in the Avengers movies, like that moment right before the opening title card comes in, it's like, yeah, you get like pumped up. And I already saw that before I even sat down and watched the movie. Mind you, this was a big Avengers movie as well, too, at the same time.
Okay, so you even qualify clips as like a spoiler.
Certain
ones.
It
but
depends. I would have to watch the clip, which sucks. That's the thing.
so then
Like,
no, because then you're kind of, I don't know what the word is, teeter-tottering or whatever. Yeah, in this kind of sense where it's like, is it a spoiler? You can't qualify it as a spoiler until you've seen it.
Yes, basically.
So is it or is it not?
Again, I think if it's a spoiler
Again.
and I have to watch it, that's the thing.
Okay.
Because I have to see, because I'm that type of person that knows kind of where it is in the film of the clip.
So I'm on that same boat with you in a different context.
Okay.
So I'll agree with you in the sense that it's like, if it's not publicly released in a trailer or anything like that, yes, I consider that a spoiler. Thor Ragnarok, for example, right? The trailers were really great and stuff, and we saw Thor with two eyes.
Yeah.
Right? When I saw the movie, oh crap, he's got one eye?
Yeah.
But in the trailer it was different.
Yeah.
No, because it was kept away. If that was revealed afterwards, then yes. Oh, Marvel has done that with a lot of movies too. Didn't they do that with Captain Marvel too?
Captain Marvel, yeah, they shot different scenes and stuff like that. Or again, like you said in Thor Ragnarok, remember when Hela grabs Thor's hammer, is like crushing it with her hands? In the trailer, it's an alley. In the movie, it's on top of a cliff in Ireland.
That's right.
Yeah. So they will edit a lot of stuff out and stuff like that. They changed a lot of things and stuff. So
clips I can't consider too much of a spoiler just because I feel like I think most studios are smart enough to not release like clips that are going to spoil the movie. I think Marvel is smart enough to not release something that could potentially ruin the entire plot line. They've been one of the better ones.
They've been one of the better ones where they'll just release a footage specifically for the trailer, like for Infinity War, when you see all the Avengers kind of like, you know, they make it seem like all the Avengers are like in one room, and that's not the case. They're all separated in the movie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In the trailer, they also make you believe that they're all running in a field, and Hulk is Hulk, you know, and not Bruce Banner and stuff like that. They're all running towards something. We think it's Thanos or his army and stuff, but then that clip was not in the movie at all.
No, I remember that. What I do consider spoilers, though, are when articles hint at what is the big thing.
Yeah.
That is a spoiler to me.
No, yeah.
Because I don't want to sound egotistic when I say it, but like, if you know what is going on in the thing that they're talking about, you can take the out of context headline and assume what's going on.
Yeah, if you're basically well informed and know what's going on and know what direction that the movie's gonna go, you can easily pinpoint a spoiler.
Yes.
How people find certain things. Again, when actors get not revealed, but when actors are rumored to be in a movie.
Yes.
When, you know, when basically someone bites an article saying, oh, so-and-so's contract is up for 3 movies and stuff like that, or they're going to do one last Marvel movie or do one last, you know, big budget movie because of it's in their contract. You can easily
put the two and two,
put the pieces together, and just be like, oh, well, that's going to be this case.
Yeah. So before we move on, you know, further into this topic, if you have not seen WandaVision up to episode 5, we're going to give you some time to back out because we're going to use that as reference points to what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So if you have not seen it, be warned. We are telling you right now.
This is a big spoiler, guys. Don't think it's like, oh, it's probably not that bad. No. I am telling you, if this is a huge spoiler, please go watch it or get caught up with it and then come back and listen to this.
Yes, because we're giving you that time. So by now, I think the people that are wanting to stay are staying. We warned you, don't come at us.
Mind you, really quick, there are a lot of people that come in the store. I played WandaVision here at the store just to kind of like the early episodes, if anything. And I had like a few people be like, oh, how is it now? I stopped after the first 2 episodes. I was like, really? I was like, it's the first 2 episodes. Mind you, they're slow. I know. But you got to know there's a big payoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something to pay off as you're watching this.
No, yeah. Okay, we've given you a minute.
Yes.
A minute. The stragglers are gone.
Yes.
Right?
Hope so.
I'm buddy, I see you.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you have not seen episode 3 yet.
Okay, if you're going to sit here and spoil something and listen to the spoiler, don't spoil it for anyone else. Don't be that guy. All right? Because I've seen people like you, listener, that's listening to this right now that hasn't seen the show, but like, oh, I want to see what the big spoiler is. Don't spoil it for other people. Don't be that guy or person.
They watch us get a message as a joke. Someone's going to come and be like, how dare you spoil it for me? We warned you for like 2 minutes. How can we? No, that's not our fault. Anyways, going back into the WandaVision thing, Peter Evans.
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters. Sorry, I got too hyped into this thing. I just said backwards. Evan Peters makes his appearance as Quicksilver in WandaVision episode 5.
Yes.
So, the reason I say that articles hinting at something is a spoiler is for that specific reason.
Yeah.
When I had to watch it today, I'm going to admit to something. Because no one at work listens anyways. Hopefully. I was there at work about an hour and a half to 2 hours in.
Yeah.
I was on Twitter and stuff, and people just would not shut up. They were just like, WandaVision episode 5, X-Men, and I'm just like, dude, shut up. Shut up. So I took a break to go watch the show.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, this episode was 40 minutes long, so I went to go watch it.
It's a long episode.
It was a long episode.
This is the longest episode.
I was gone for that break. It should have been half of it. But I needed to go watch it because like I couldn't hold it. I was just like, I got to watch it. I got to know what's going on. But I was looking at the articles and people like hinting and talking about this, and I'm like, dude, the fact that you said X-Men, the fact that you're saying this is a big character reveal to the point where it's gonna like Mark Hamill, like Mandalorian kind of tier. No duh. I'm gonna think about it and be like, well, Quicksilver. This is obviously like you're hinting at the only character that has been mentioned twice.
The only
in 4
significant
episodes.
character for that significant character in the show to show up.
Yes.
Duh.
So, yes.
Like,
So I was there and I was like already losing that hype to want to watch it. So I'm like, I gotta watch it now. Luckily, I didn't know it was Evan Peters.
Okay.
So when I saw it, my mouth was on the floor going like,
mind you, I feel bad for Aaron Johnson getting the shaft. Like, I liked Aaron Johnson.
he wasn't bad.
I liked him.
Yeah, he wasn't
He
bad.
could have been improved. I don't know why people were like, "Oh, he was a bad Quicksilver." I like Aaron
Because you have your X-Men people. You have your X-Men was good. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, like, oh, Wolverine.
The first
Hugh
three-
Jackman's gonna come in the MCU.
Oh!
No, he's not.
I want someone to come at me with that. Hugh Jackman's gonna come back as Wolverine.
No.
God, show me how much money he should be making in this because he's on par with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. And plus, he still has a very successful career now that he left the whole Logan and Wolverine character.
Logan's send-off was
That was a chef kisses. Mwah.
Oh.
Beautiful movie. I loved it. But the thing is that people need to realize that we need to move on from Hugh Jackman's Wolverine.
Yeah.
If anything, we're not going to get Wolverine right away.
No.
I don't think so.
No. But that, like, when people talk about it in that sense, it's like, oh, we're not necessarily hinting.
Yeah.
We're not saying that it's him, but we're, context clues wise, that to me is a spoiler.
Yeah.
And I feel like people sometimes don't think about that.
No.
Like, you could.
It's the whole, like, we were talking about it when we were walking to the store. Well, basically, it's basically people nowadays want to get their theories right. They want like they just want to be the ones that are like, oh, I got it, I said it. Of course, there are there's like billions of people on this earth right now, guys. Let's say a good percentage of that billions of people watch WandaVision. Of course, one of these billions of people is gonna be right on a theory. It's not original. You're not all knowing. You just got lucky. Like,
bitch.
Thank you. I had a little tangent right there. But why are you laughing so hard?
Because you went off.
Yeah, I know.
That look, we do bits.
Yeah, I do.
We do
yeah,
bits.
Yeah.
But like that was genuine. That was genuine.
It was just because I see these people because I'm on TikTok. And I see these people on TikTok. They're like, "Oh, watch, guys!" Like, it was funny because I just see people. They're like, "Oh my God, WandaVision!" I'm like, "Oh my God, like Wanda's using Dead Vision's body and stuff like that." I'm like, "Okay, yes, we know. So what? What are you saying? That's new."
So there was an article I shared on my Facebook. You saw it.
I think
it's
so.
the one where it's like, our fans' reaction to seeing Vision's dead body is like scaring people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wee, too scary.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, shut up.
I know. I saw people like they like looked away and they go like, "Oh, that was scary," or "That was gross." What do you mean? Did you not see what happened to you in Infinity War that you saw Thanos grabbed the gem and not felt anything? Apparently, because you're like, "Oh, that sucks. Vision's dead." Oh man!
Now all of a sudden you care.
You're like, yeah. Now all of a sudden you care because you get a Disney Plus show out of it. You're paying attention to these characters finally.
Like, I'll put it this way. So, I think that we've talked about this in podcasts before, where there's like different tiers of nerds that exists in our realm.
Yeah.
Like you have your nerds that read the comic books.
Yeah.
You have your video game nerds. You have your World of Warcraft nerds and your MCU, DC, like all these nerds from different tiers, right? And there's pockets of them inside those tiers that are very respectful and understand one another. Yeah. But we're very competitive people. And I think that's where that nature comes from, where, sometimes you'll have your people where they say, like, this counts as a spoiler. If you even mention the show hours after it's released, that's a spoiler.
Yes.
Right? We set guidelines and essentially said, this is what we consider a spoiler.
Yeah.
This is what we know and understand to be a spoiler. This is like, for us, it's, like we said, the articles, the clips,
Yeah.
photos or things that haven't become public and stuff like that. Those for us are spoilers.
Yeah.
But going alongside your point,
Yeah.
where you have those people that are like, oh, I'm trying to throw predictions here on out. I feel like a lot of nerds that watch these shows or end up doing this get really excited and can't hold it in their pants.
Yeah.
And like you said, they want to be the first one out there to be like, I was right. I was right. I was right. And I'm like, okay, fine. You know what? Let me play devil's advocate here for a second, okay?
Yeah.
And let's say like, okay, but we do it.
Yeah.
We're making content out of it.
Yeah.
So why are you guys being hypocritical? You just said it yourself. Like, what? You made 4 videos already and trying to predict what's going on with WandaVision.
No,
so
but
aren't
then
you any better?
I will counteract that argument with saying, again, I am not pushing my theory. I am not trying to say that I am correct, or I'm trying to get my, I'm not trying to be original. I'm just saying my own opinion. I am saying my own thoughts on what I expect. But like that said, the show sometimes, goes off, and when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm fine with that, because you know what? The show will do it better than what I think, because I'm not a smart person.
Let's revise what you said.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because you're right.
Yeah.
But I think you're saying it in a way that's going to sound disrespectful to some people.
So what?
Come at me.
Come at me.
You know where we're at.
Yeah.
So I think what we're meaning to say is this, is that when it's convenient to some, spoilers become this massive, very, what's the word? Like diluted definition, I guess you could say, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like anything and everything could be a spoiler.
Yeah.
Right? But sometimes when people get really excited, the nerds get really excited. Oh, I can totally understand where this connection's being made, and I'm going to predict this. They forget that these rules and boundaries they set for themselves should be applied to the same people around them.
Yeah.
And so they start to say, you know what? Because of episode 5, because of Evan Peters being shown up, I can immediately say X-Men.
Yeah.
So here's the stupid thing that I saw. There was a Twitter post where I saw where it said, WandaVision spoilers without spoiling WandaVision, or something like that.
Okay.
It was like 4 pictures.
Okay.
Right? The first 3 were kind of like, okay, sure. WandaVision photos or something like that without spoiling WandaVision or something like that, right?
Yeah.
The first 3 like were whatever, right? But then the last photo was a photo of young Evan Peters. And I'm like, look, I get what you're trying to say. Sure, these aren't necessarily spoilers because they're not coming from WandaVision, the show.
Yeah.
But what kind of an idiot do you take me to not look at Evan Peters and say, oh, yeah, no, I totally get it. No.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to see Evan Peters and I'm going to say, like, yeah, that's Quicksilver.
Yeah.
You ruined it.
You ruined
That's
a
it.
major spoiler.
That's a spoiler.
And honestly, if you someone even mention, say, oh, Wanda's brother, like that's the thing. Anything mentioned about Wanda's brother, Pedro, you say his name, you say Quicksilver, you say, like, oh yeah, they bring someone back from Wanda's past. And it's like, well, okay, they brought back Vision, so the only person left would be Quicksilver. Mm-hmm. It's like,
oh, they're bringing someone back from the dead. Oh. I wonder who.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
So that's the thing. It's like when people don't take that seriously, when it's like, oh, well, you know that guy from the other actor that played Quicksilver? Yeah. Yeah. And just say nothing. It'd be like, yeah, just like if they say.
But that's too obvious.
That's the thing. If someone was like, oh, have you seen WandaVision yet? The new episode? No. Like, did something happen in it? Well, do you remember the X-Men Quicksilver? Yeah.
No, I would even say this. Hang on.
Yeah.
So I posted on Facebook because I was getting pissed off at these people that were like posting these like out of context like photos and stuff like spoiling WandaVision without spoiling WandaVision. I'll even say this to an extent when you even say that WandaVision episode 5 is on par with the reveal of Mark Hamill's Mandalorian reveal.
Yeah.
That's even spoiling it.
Because
that's a spoiler.
You're showing that there is a significant character in these two out of these two characters, Wanda and Vision. You're saying that there's a specific character showing up that is up to par, like you said,
with the reveal
with the reveal of Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian. Now, that can give me many ideas, but the first one that would pop in my head would be, well, there could be a Quicksilver appearance.
Mm-hmm. By Johnson or by Peters?
Yeah, that's the thing. Regardless, it's Quicksilver. You're thinking in your head.
We already know.
Yeah.
Like that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that I think I said in the WandaVision episode on our video episode where we talked about it, I said that I remember hearing about Evan Peters possibly being cast in it. People kept throwing it, like, oh, Evan Peters is in Evan Peters. And I just kind of like, I shrugged it off.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, I shrugged it off because I was mostly kind of like, well, you know what? If he's in it, that'd be cool. But I'm not trying to expect it. Because, again, if I expect something, then I'm going to ruin it for myself, and if it doesn't happen at all. That, again, I think I mentioned in a past issue, that happened to me when I watched Venom. When I watched Venom, and people were saying Tom Holland was on set. Oh, my God. Tom Holland was filming some stuff. Oh, he did like a day's worth of shooting, It's like, oh, okay, well, I remember hearing something about it. Maybe he is in here. So I watched the movie.
Man.
It was great. But what hurt it, in my opinion, no Spider-Man in it. It could have been better if it had Spider-Man. But again, I was expecting that because rumors, word around the water cooler,
We talked about it when we did the issue on Soul versus Wonder Woman 84.
Yes.
Where the expectations were flipped because I didn't watch Wonder Woman, the first one.
Yeah.
And so watching it for the first time with that expectation, with like lower expectations,
Yeah.
made me love it even more. But because Pixar is known for its mass, grand movies, watching Soul, I was just kind of like underwhelmed because it was just another generic Pixar movie.
No,
Beautiful
that's
to
true.
look at
Yeah.
and great and stuff, but it was another Pixar movie. So I completely understand in that sense where, all these potential spoilers or anything that's being, assumed to happen later down the line could potentially ruin your expectations for something that you're going to watch.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that must be looked at when we have these kind of like episodic releases of certain shows. I don't think that it's ever going to change because keep in mind, Force Awakens, I think, was probably one of the loudest movies in terms of people getting super upset that it was getting spoiled because it was a movie and, people don't have all the time in the world to go watch it. I've known people that waited like a week and a half to 2 weeks before being able to watch it.
Yeah.
I completely understand.
When theaters were around, you guys, I remember when back in my day.
Back in my day when theaters were a thing.
When theaters were a thing.
And HBO Max was a thing of the future.
So when theaters were open basically, and then obviously we live in a world with the internet and stuff like that with social media and constant notifications on just articles on movies when they get released, something happens significantly. I would basically be off social media for like 48 hours in advance until I saw the movie or until the movie got released. So if the movie was going to be released on a Friday, that means it had a Thursday midnight release. I would be basically off around 8 o'clock on a Thursday, and I would be off of it until basically I saw the movie.
Yeah,
and that's what I would do normally
because everything was just being put out there.
Yeah, everything will be put out there, and the Reddit is ruthless.
Oh,
Twitter,
I don't. No. Yeah. Reddit is the landmines. It's like Dead Man's Island, Dead Man's Land, whatever you want to call it.
2 weeks in advance, before even Endgame came out, someone on Reddit, on a Marvel thread on Reddit, decided to post merch from Endgame, which was the Nano Gauntlet, a toy version of it.
Oh, that's right. The hand, right? Yeah.
Someone posted that, and everyone got so mad on the thread. Everyone was like, yo, what? Why would you do that? Why? 2 weeks before the movie. You couldn't wait until at least the day before. You had to do it 2 weeks ahead of time. And I remember I wasn't really mad. I was like, oh, well, okay. I'm like, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It would be like that. I remember someone at Endgame as well too I've had a lot of experiences with spoiling with Endgame because this is a big Marvel movie. But do you remember someone posted footage on YouTube of the Endgame movie because it was a screening was it the shot of Captain America calling Mjolnir? Yes.
Yeah.
So basically what happened, so I read more into that whole spoiling thing, and it goes along the lines whenever theaters get the file for the movie, they do a screening for the employees, And the employees can't say, they can't say that when they'll see the movie. It's just basically, we're going to play it here. We're going to play it now. If you guys want to see the movie, you guys are welcome to watch the movie. And basically, in this screening, someone decided to pull their phone and just basically what they thought was key parts in a movie and just start recording. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't a continuous thing. It would basically be like different shots. One in particular was that when they go into they go into they use it, the pin particles as time machine and stuff like that. When they started doing that, they revealed that Thor got fat. They revealed Hulk was talking as well too.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then they revealed the final fight. The fight between Iron Man, Thor, and Captain when Captain picked up Mjolnir, and then they also revealed everyone coming back through the portals, and then obviously Tony snapping his fingers. I watched that after the movie came out because I wanted to see what they spoiled, and they spoiled key moments.
Yeah, it was some heavy stuff that they spoiled.
Yeah.
I accidentally spoiled for you.
Yeah,
Captain Falcon suit that was going to use in Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh man, I wasn't mad. I was just kind of like, I was like,
but see, it's because like that's where like that topic about what counts as a spoiler comes from. Because to me, a costume reveal really isn't that big of a deal.
No, usually it isn't because I knew it was going to happen, but I wanted to see the style of it.
You wanted to see it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only showed you the toy version.
The toy version, yeah.
But because that's the thing. It's like, I think having that, that experience with you kind of opened up my eyes to seeing that, different people see things, differently, I guess.
Yeah.
That was considered a spoiler for you.
Yeah.
For me, it isn't really because I haven't seen it on screen yet. Mm-hmm. And, we've seen Captain Falcon's uniform in the comics. It's essentially, to this point, again, spoilers.
Yeah.
It's the exact same version to an extent from the comic books when he had his run as being Captain America.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that big of a deal. But then you said, oh, thanks for spoiling it for me. Oh, shoot. All right. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, and I didn't hold it against you or anything like that. I wasn't mad or anything. And then I told you, no, it's just more like I wanted to see that on screen. I knew it was going to happen. Obviously, because, it's Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Falcon has the Cap shield now. Steve Rogers is no longer Captain America. And the whole point of the series is basically leading up to Falcon finally realizing that he needs to take up the mantle as Captain America.
Yeah.
And, and obviously, the suit, he's going to wear a Captain America version suit of his flight suit.
Yeah.
But again, I think, I'm more of the lines like, I would just like to see that on screen. But then again, I think I was just, at that time, I think I was just kind of like, oh man, but I was just already kind of like, meh. So then just to have that, I was like, eh. I was like,
no, yeah. So
but it's fine though. That's the thing. I'm it wasn't a major spoiler.
No, it wasn't like, oh, Bucky Barnes dies again.
Yeah, like or like a reveal of a villain that they didn't even mention yet.
What's his name? Zemo?
Zemo, yeah.
Zemo's but that was released by Marvel
That's
themselves.
The thing. Yeah, and then they show Zemo in the trailer as well too. They show his face, not the costume, but they show Zemo's back.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's awesome.
He's there.
I think one spoiler that I spoiled to people was actually Force Awakens, and it was a friend of mine. He calls me and he's living with his he was visiting his friends at the time, and my friend at the time he doesn't care for spoilers. He likes spoilers.
I don't know how people I mean, I get it, but still it's like I don't know how you function. Whatever.
Seriously, yeah. So he's talking to me on the phone. He's like, "So how was Star Wars Force Awakens?" And I was like, "Oh, it was pretty good. It was a good movie." He was like, "So what happens in it?" I'm like, "You want me to spoil it for you?" He goes, "Yeah, I don't care." So I was telling him like, oh yeah, well, you find out that like Kylo Ren is Han Solo's dad.
What?
And then Rey's like, Force sensitive, and she's the one that's holding the mantle of like, of the next lightsaber and stuff.
Are you telling me
Han Solo dies by Kylo Ren?
What's next? Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's dad?
So I'm telling him this. And then after I say, oh, Kylo Ren kills Han Solo, I hear in the background, like, what? And I'm like, I tell him, my friend's name was London. I go, London, He goes, yeah. Am I on speakerphone? He's all, yeah. And I'm like,
What a...
and
Are
I'm
you still
like,
friends with him?
no, obviously, I still talk to him, but he's like, he moved away and stuff like
Does
that.
he listen to the podcast?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, tell me before I say what I'm about to say. Did he do that intentionally?
So I found out later he did.
What a dick.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just like, really, dude? I told him I was really mad at him too. I'm like,
I
dude,
would be mad because that's okay. That's
because
not even
I
your fault.
unintentionally spoiled something for someone.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. If he would have told me that, or if he said, like, oh, I have you on speaker, and I'm like, oh, okay. First thing I'd be like, okay, who in your house hasn't seen Star Wars and wants to see Star Wars without spoilers? And he goes, oh yeah, so my friend here, okay, fine. I'm not gonna say anything then, But he put me on speaker and he was just like, yeah, say some spoilers, basically.
I've had moments like that. I can't recall, but I feel like I've had moments like that. And I think it's made me more self-conscious how to talk about certain things I've seen and other people wanting to see it but not having the time to do so yet. Yeah. I mean, it's natural, but I think that with everything that's going on now, if anything, maybe this is a trend that's probably been going down, but because everything is coming out as a streaming thing, it's like harder to spoil things unless you actively try to spoil it for other people.
Yeah. Honestly, I haven't seen much spoilers for stuff that like comes out, like Cobra Kai or what other shows, like well, that's the thing.
No,
I think
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Disney managed to like keep everyone quiet. Maybe they pulled off some.
I think it's a more kind of like they're really locking, because like when they film on set, they call it something else. Like when they film, it's called they call it some other Western name. They give it like a Westerny name.
Yeah, but still, it's like
because like when people are technically working on set, it's a disclosed name to something else. It's not even called Mandalorian
certain
or
people
Star Wars.
Yeah.
I think it's called like the Outlaw or like the something like that.
But still, like, because okay, there are only several moments in my life where I've watched something like that, where I've cried because of just the sheer joy or excitement or the two I can recall that have probably made me feel just odd. Westworld.
Yeah.
And I've kept mentioning it in issues of the podcast. And I know my fiance's listening to this. Be like, when are we going to watch it? We'll watch it. We'll watch it this week. We probably already watched it by the time this comes out.
I know.
But not that episode. Maybe, because they're like an hour long. But that episode, you know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yes. For Westworld?
Westworld, season 1.
Yes.
Okay. And Luke Skywalker's reveal in The Mandalorian. To the point that I started crying and shaking because I didn't expect it.
You did it the second time when we did the commentary track.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so great.
It was a good episode.
I don't know how they did it.
Yeah.
But it's like, even still, after it came out, I didn't see that many spoilers for it.
No, I didn't really see spoilers for it at all. And then I remember talking about it, I'll talk about it with people here. And then, when people haven't seen it, I would just be like really secretive. I'd be like, dude, I'll be talking to them and be like, so that last part when we saw that X-Wing come in, they're like, yeah, man. That's like, I go, did you think it was? And they go, no, not really. I'm like, you know what? I thought it was because it was only one X-Wing, I said.
Yeah.
It was only one. And there would be only one reason why there would only be one X-Wing, I talk like that almost in a way.
We've talked about it in the store here with people and we've been conscious about it to an extent. But it's, I mean, to kind of wrap up the topic here and move on to the whole, in correlation with what we're talking about here with like Spiderman and stuff, I just feel like people need to be more conscious about how to discuss things.
Yeah.
And going alongside what you were saying, where it's like, people want to be the first ones to reveal anything. I don't think it makes you, I'm going to sound like such a dad when I say it this way, but it doesn't make you cool to kind of predict what's going out there. Like when we talk about predictions here, it's more along the lines of like, we're just intrigued and more kind of wanting to discuss it amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
If we're right, we're right.
Yeah. We're wondering if it's going to go one way.
Yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't. Like sometimes we get it wrong, which is fine.
Yeah. I mean, like one of my favorite things to kind of theorize is that Kevin Feige here is trying to create the Secret Wars storyline, and not the old school Secret War, the Secret Wars storyline with God Doom.
Yeah.
To try to bring all these different franchises together under one universe. That's what Secret Wars was about. It's my favorite thing to discuss because there could possibly be, a lead up to that.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people out there that think it's okay to spoil it for others and say like, oh, WandaVision episode 5, Evan Peters confirmed for X-Men, Mephisto, kids aren't real, Puppet Vision. No. Just like chill. Give people the couple days to watch it.
Yeah.
Because this show comes out Thursday at midnight.
Yeah.
And we get it. Some people have that opportunity to watch it as soon as it releases.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you cool to go and spoil it for others and posting it on Twitter, even if you have a Twitter handle that says spoilers for WandaVision.
There are people watching WandaVision right now when they get home from work. Some people work early in the morning and they can't even enjoy a day's work and then just go home and then just watch WandaVision without spoilers, because half the time people are at work and then they'll have a moment where they're on their phones
and it's there.
Spoiler. It's there. A spoiler would be there. Boom. Evan Peters is in WandaVision.
There you go. Done.
I would be pissed.
Yeah.
I'd be so pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, we'll see what happens with episode 6 and moving forward about how people will behave. But I'm not liking the group of people watching WandaVision right now. They're acting a little bit too much.
Basically.
A little bit too much. In correlation with the spoiler topic, Spider-Man 3 has had massive rumors. And it keeps having them. I feel like we can keep talking about it on a weekly basis because it's not... this movie's supposed to come out in 2022?
Yes, something like that.
Late 20... No, right? Because when is the Multiverse of Madness supposed to come out?
They haven't disclosed that yet.
No, they've disclosed a date.
They have? Let me see.
They should have. I know that it's Multiverse of Madness and then Spider-Man 3 comes out a couple months afterwards. I think Multiverse of Madness comes out late 2022. With Spider-Man coming out.
It was originally a 2020 release.
Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah.
Well,
but
yeah.
Now it has confirming a May 7th, 2021 release.
Multiverse of Madness?
Yep.
May 7th?
May 7th.
February, March, April. No.
Oh, no. No, it's an updated one. Sorry. That was an old article.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm like, there's no
release date, March 25th, 2022.
And then a couple months afterwards is the Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man. Let's see.
I think it's supposed to come out fall of 2022, which kind of goes alongside most releases that Marvel has had over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Right?
December 17th. Oh, still. No, it hasn't been updated because it says December 17th, 2021.
But it's going to be updated, and I can assure you it's a couple months after 2022.
Yeah. So
after Multiverse of Madness, excuse me. But I feel like we can talk about pretty much every single update that happens in regards to Spider-Man because there's so much news that keeps coming out of it. Yeah. Most of it is very, very repetitive.
Yes.
But the new one, should we give a spoiler warning?
Yeah, spoiler warning for anyone that's trying to keep away from the stuff that's going to be happening in Spider-Man 3, the untitled Spider-Man sequel.
Yes.
That's what they're calling it. Which is basically William Dafoe's is said to be filming on set for that movie.
But it's so weird because, could we even consider that? Like you said, we can consider it a spoiler because William Dafoe played Spider-Man or played Green Goblin in the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, man, the energy drink's getting to me. But we've heard similar rumors saying that Tobey Maguire was on set. Andrew Garfield was on set.
Yeah.
What do we consider to be real or not?
Yes.
At this point.
And then also Alfred Malona, actor that played Otto Octavius from Spider-Man 2 is said to be on it.
But he was confirmed.
Yeah.
I think he was confirmed by producers on set.
And then Jamie Foxx is confirmed to be on set.
That's
as
confirmed by
Electro.
set as well, by producers as well.
Yep.
So we have, obviously, Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange has been confirmed. And those are by producers. Has Elizabeth Olsen been confirmed?
No.
I've heard
so
rumors.
Far, just Benedict Cumberbatch right now.
Okay.
He's confirmed.
He's confirmed.
He's confirmed.
Tom Holland, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Which is interesting. I want to see how they explain, because Otto Octavius is dead in the Parker universe, in the Maguire universe of it.
Say that again, but knowing that we're nerds. No one's really dead.
That's true. But Sam Raimi likes to confirm that his villains die in those movies.
Sam Raimi's not a part of this anymore, though.
He's directing Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's directing that one.
Oh.
Let's see.
No, he's not.
Director Sam Raimi.
What?
Yep. He is directing the Multiverse of Madness.
How did I not know that?
I don't know. How did you not know that? I knew that.
I didn't know that.
I knew that.
Whoa. That just got me a little more excited. Because now we're getting into something here.
Oh, and look, in the Multiverse of Madness movie, the cast in that one.
What did you just find out?
I just saw Ryan Reynolds being part of that cast.
I think that's a joke.
This is in the, what is it? Okay, let me see. IMDb. Let me go on IMDb.
That's a joke.
Let me see.
People can self-edit IMDb.
Really?
Yes.
It's like a Wikipedia?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see.
Nah. Deadpool.
So far I only have Wanda and
Elizabeth Olsen is confirmed for Multiverse?
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of like I've heard
yeah,
it, but
so here, okay, so I saw those. So it says Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness cast. This is like the Google thing of it. So it says Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Elizabeth Olsen.
No.
Benedict
Okay, so
Cumberbatch,
that's
Ryan
fake.
Reynolds.
No.
I know that Rachel McAdams is coming back.
Rachel McAdams is.
She was the love interest for Doctor Strange. Remember?
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's funny. Hold on. Cast and more. Yeah, this is what the Google search comes up.
But again, you can manipulate that to
Can
make
you?
it. Yeah,
Okay.
you can. I think you can.
All right.
I think you can. No, come on, no.
Okay, well, if anything, okay, look. They started it off with this WandaVision episode with Evan Peters being part of it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so why not do it when it's the core stone of the whole multiverse thing happening in Doctor Strange? You know, because Ryan Reynolds is going to have a Deadpool movie coming
Yes,
out.
and it's confirmed to be canon with the MCU.
So why not do it in Doctor Strange? Why not just throw all those characters in as well, too?
Ryan Reynolds,
From what I've heard as well too, is that Fantastic Four is supposed to make an appearance in the quantum realm of was it the third Ant-Man movie? Fantastic Four is rumored to appear in that in the.
Now we're
Ant-Man
getting
movie.
into this territory where it doesn't become a spoiler.
Yeah.
Like now it's just fun speculation.
That's basically what it is at this point.
So why is Willem Dafoe's appearance a spoiler for this then? Why do we consider that a spoiler?
I don't think we did. Yeah, I think you consider that as a spoiler.
I don't consider it a spoiler. I
don't
consider it like fun speculation, but
Yes.
some people do consider it as a spoiler.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I don't think it is because, again, you have, like you said, you have these fans that just want to say things and stuff like that. Remember, I think when they said that, like in Infinity War, they said that like, oh, Peter Parker's on an alien planet. That means he's gonna get his symbiote suit, and then that's how the Venom movie comes into play. And guess what? That didn't happen.
No, yeah.
But fans were heavily thought that, oh yeah, Spider-Man's in space. He's gonna fight Thanos, and then he's gonna get the symbiote suit. And I'm like, that's not gonna happen.
Mm-mm.
That's not gonna happen, and it didn't happen. So I'm right as always.
As always.
As always. Oh, okay. And then again, Multiverse of Madness has Loki in it.
Yeah.
Loki's in it. And then we see Loki in the Loki series. He's jumping from different dimensions as well, too. We have to see, like we said, the new phase of this phase 4, right?
Uh-huh.
Is all being brought up in these new shows because the movies are not coming out yet.
No.
What we're getting in phase 4 is WandaVision,
Captain Falcon and Winter
Soldier, and Loki. Those are the core shows that are supposed to bring in the new phase of movies and stuff like that.
I don't think Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier are going to be multiverse movies. I think that's
it's not a multiverse movie, but it is moving forward with those characters
Yeah.
in the MCU.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot. See, I think we can't speculate anything. We have to see how WandaVision ends.
If people can stop
Yeah.
predicting so much and just letting it go.
Just let it go.
If you want to predict it in your own groups.
Yeah, if you want to predict it, predict more stuff after WandaVision. We're going to get a lot of answers in WandaVision at the end of that. And we're going to see a lot of reveals again coming up. I have a feeling. I feel like Evan Peters is just the beginning, obviously.
I might not make it the whole way through. Just watch one of the videos that we do for WandaVision. I'm just not going to show up.
Yeah.
What happened to him? He vomited his entire existence. He didn't make it through.
He didn't make it through. Bryan died.
Oh my God,
and
man.
Tilda Swinton is in Doctor Strange as
Who?
well too. Tilda Swinton, the ancient one. She's coming back.
Oh, well, yeah.
But she died.
Yeah, but she also came back in Endgame.
That was a time travel thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Multiverse of that's the
multiverse.
thing is that Multiverse of Madness is such a weird name.
Yeah.
That it's like
So why not
open.
have Ryan Reynolds? You know, and then why not have Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire then? You know? Bryan?
No, that's the thing is that, but it goes alongside that thing where we talked about,
Yeah.
that idea where it's like, just let it play out, because all this speculation is just leading for, people to get excited over something that might not even happen. Because the Multiverse of Madness is supposed to be this game-changing movie
Yeah.
for Phase 4. It's supposed to do a lot of different things. WandaVision's going to be that for us.
Yes.
Right now, we're just on that high of WandaVision.
We're literally just getting on that ride. We've been waiting in line.
Yeah.
We're at the front of the line. And then by episode 5, the freaking door just opened.
The door in Indiana Jones
Yeah.
opens, and now you're inside the caverns and stuff. And
We're
you're like,
about,
"Ah!"
we're about to just enter. So
This is a lot of stuff. And to think, can we just do a weekly segment if we hear anything about Spider-Man, we
Yeah.
just talk about it and go
Yeah.
okay, where's this all leading up
Yeah,
to? Because
basically.
Willem Dafoe's rumor is kind of minimal to a point that not a lot of outlets have picked it up yet.
Yeah.
It's just the tiny ones that are kind of like Willem Dafoe's on set. But the whole Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield thing is slowly starting to die down. We've got the confirmation of Deadpool. We kind of have a confirmation of Elizabeth Olsen in the multiverse, and we have Benedict Cumberbatch making his appearances here and there, saying that it's going to kind of tie in.
So from what I've seen, Benedict Cumberbatch's contract must be really good, because to appear in multiple Marvel movies, that he's only had one main movie, but to appear already in Thor Ragnarok and Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, now he's supposed to appear in Spider-Man, and then already he's going to be in Multiverse of Madness. He could, for all we know, he could pop up in WandaVision at the end. Sorry, that's my phone over there.
No, you're good. I was just thinking about that as
He could.
how
pop
would I
up at the
handle
end.
that?
You would throw up your entire entrails and stuff, all your organs.
How do I handle that?
I don't know.
I
I
got
handle it in
chills.
my own way.
Ooh, I got chills. Ooh.
Just be like, Wanda, I'm Doctor Strange. Like, doom. Like, so
It's just open to possibilities.
can you imagine at the end of Wanda, that would be like the final scene as well too, where it's like, Wanda, you just stumbled into something that could potentially break
Stop!
our
I gotta
reality.
pee now. I gotta just
She goes, who are you?
stop! Stop!
Doctor Strange.
Can you stop? No! Ah, jeez. Man.
I need your help. No.
Now all I gotta do is this. It's oh my god, just stop. Don't say anything more. Just don't. I literally this is heavy. That's heavy.
Yeah.
Because all this speculation about what's going on. Okay.
Why not peer at the end
So
of WandaVision? That's the
this
thing.
is such a difficult thing because because we're doing what we basically said we don't like other people doing.
No, but
we're
just
discussing it amongst one another.
That's the thing. We're not, again, I'm not trying to say that's the definite thing. I'm just saying, what if?
We're not trying to be right here.
Yeah.
We're just thinking, we're fantasizing.
I'm not claiming that I'm right. I'm doing what I do when I'm alone in bed. I fantasize, okay?
This is what we think
This
of
is
as
what we
nerds.
think of, okay?
Oh my God, man. That's a lot to think about now.
Yep.
Overall,
So close it out.
Close it out. How long have we been in this podcast?
Just an hour and 8 minutes.
An hour and 8. It's about time to wrap it up. Just to close it up.
Because I don't think that we can talk anymore about it. We can't go more into it.
No, we're just going to be
Without-
speculating this
yeah,
entire time and me just
basically.
freaking out and saying I got to pee at the end and going like, I can't hold it in anymore. But it's like the idea of spoilers is an interesting one. You know, going
Yeah.
back to that topic,
Uh-huh.
I feel, you know, we just got to be very mindful about what we should be saying.
Definitely.
Online.
Especially when after a movie or show airs, you know, give people some time. Don't post anything right away. If you see something, save it for later.
Mm-hmm.
Save it for later. It doesn't have to be shared right now.
No.
Because you're going to ruin someone's day. And the next thing you know, you're going to ruin someone's day. And then, you know, they'll never ever talk to you again and stuff like that. And then you have to constantly just be like, are they going to talk to me? It's like, you know, what did I do to them? And stuff like that.
Awkward
Ugh.
situation.
Awkward situation. Then you see them and face to face. You already don't want to see them face to face, you know? And you're like, oh, God, they're coming up close to me. Like, what do I say? Do I just acknowledge them or do I not acknowledge them? And stuff, you know? Like, it's just
You're
becomes
just playing the whole
thing.
scenario in your head. Man, I will say this though. Can we please have like anytime a Spider-Man rumor comes up in like
Yes.
the week, can we just
No.
talk about it
We'll
and
do
just
it.
like
I'm-
fantasize?
yeah.
Because at this point it's like interesting, but we got to give people a warning.
Yeah.
Because like again, people will consider this as a
Yeah.
spoiler.
Again, we're saying a lot of stuff that could happen. A lot of stuff is laid out on the table, guys. It's like basically, if we're right, it's basically Marvel throwing a knife and hitting what we said. That's the chances
Yeah.
that us being right. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's a low chance of us being right because we've said so many things. Obviously, one of those things has to hit.
And if we're right, we're gonna hear us. You're gonna hear us in that theater or whatever. If you hear a
Mm-hmm.
scream going like, "What?" That's us.
Yeah, basically.
All right, guys. So we're going to wrap up this
Yeah.
episode of Keeping Up with the Nerds. Just to remind you guys, you know, if you're listening to this on YouTube, we do have audio platforms as well. Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Podbean. If you're listening to the audio platforms, go on over to our YouTube channel. It's going to be in the description. And please sub to us. We've got videos coming out every week while WandaVision's up in the air. And we're willing, and we want to produce, not willing.
Yeah.
We want to produce more videos for you guys and more content to keep the YouTube channel alive. We're stuck at 36 subscriptions. I want more.
I know.
Yeah,
I've
it's
been
in like
seeing
a
that,
month.
yeah.
And I'm just like, guys, come on. So if you guys are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please, we'd really appreciate the support.
Yes.
You know, go watch those videos and let us know what you guys think. We also have the flyer, which will be posted up on the shop very soon.
Yes.
And we're working on those business cards, which we haven't forgotten. But
No,
now
yes.
with this flyer and with the assets that I have,
Possible.
I am revamping the entire idea. So those are going to be coming out soon.
Yes.
So yeah, with that said, follow us on our socials as well, Instagram and Twitter. Just look up Keeping Up with the Nerds and let us know what you guys think. We post on there whenever we release something. We also have a TikTok, Keeping Up with the Nerds as
Yes.
well. Thank you for actually being active on that. So yeah, follow us on all those things, guys. And we really appreciate your guys' listen and support. Thank you guys. We enjoy making these episodes for you guys and for us as well. It gives us that week of like relief and stuff
Oh, yes.
from reality. So
Yeah.
thank you guys. With that said, Rene, do you have the outro ready?
I do.
All right, Rene. Thank you guys for listening. Rene, take us out.
Thank you, citizens, for listening to this issue of Keeping Up with the Nerds Variety Hour. I am your host, Rene,
And this is Bryan.
coming to you from 12920 Philadelphia Street, Whittier, California, recording at Undercity Comics. We thank you, citizens, once again, and hope to see you all next time.